What is up, everybody? Cinephile Mike here, and it is day 76 of Award Season Review Season 3. 97 reviews coming at you in 97 days, covering many of the films contending for awards recognition this season. Now, as some of the films I'm talking about may still be in theaters or be awaiting their release or re-release, please know that all the statistical information I am providing to you, box office, critical response, predictions, nominations, wins, all the information I give you is current within 7 days of recording and posting. And most importantly, as always, these reviews are spoiler free. Also, make sure you check out my website, cinephilemike.com, where you can find lots of great award season content, including the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet, so you can see how to watch all of these films, see what they've won, and also see my short videos on my predictions for this year's Oscars. So, today we are in the penultimate day of our 11th theme week. We are in our fun one. We have taken a break from the major awards flicks and taking a look at what some have deemed the worst of the year. And we are looking at those films that are nominated for the Golden Raspberry Awards, or more affectionately known, the Razzies. The 7 films I'm looking at this week were nominated for at least one Razzie and possibly others. And for today, an unfortunate misstep. I'm looking at the biggest box office tragedy of the year, and the one that we were waiting forever for, myself included, Lionsgate's Megalopolis. This passion project, almost 50 years in the making, was written and directed by Francis Ford Coppola and was finally released in the early fall of 2024. With a reported budget in the area of $120 to $136 million. The film only made $7,629,085 at the domestic box office and an additional $6,671,978 internationally for a worldwide total of $14,301,063. Critically, the film was sort of balanced, but still rotten between the critics and the audience. Critically, 299 reviews gave the film an overall rating of 45%, and over 500 audience reviews gave the film a lower popcorn meter of 35%. Now, award season wise, the film is tied with several others for the second most nods, 6, which are for Worst Picture, Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, Worst Screen Combo 4, and I quote, the entire cast of Megalopolis, worst supporting actor for Shia LaBeouf, and in the spot that used to sadly be used to that used to be for Bruce Willis. And note, I am not knocking Willis. I love Bruce Willis, but that 6th nomination is for Jon Voight, who is nominated for worst supporting actor between this and 3 other 2024 performances in the films Strangers, Reagan, and Shadowland. Now, aside from some nods from varied critic circles, the film is also nominated for Best Contemporary Hairstyling for a feature-length motion picture by the Hollywood Makeup Artist and Hairstylist Guild, and it is nominated for Best Science Fiction Film by the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films, and Coppola was a nominee for the Palme d'Or at Cannes for Megalopolis. So, what is Megalopolis? Well, in an alternate reality, the United States has actually developed into New Rome, a society run by various patrician families as ancient Rome had been. One of the significant individuals in this New Rome is Caesar Catilina, played by Adam Driver. Caesar is an architect, and he is the chairman of the design authority in New Rome, who has the ability to stop time. He has a grand plan to build Megalopolis, a utopia in the middle of everything made from the building material that he invented called Megalon. Now, that is giving me some unobtainium vibes from Avatar, and those that have been with me for a while know how I feel about Avatar. Standing in Caesar's way, besides his own alcoholic tendencies, are Mayor Franklin Cicero, played by Giancarlo Esposito, who has other plans for Megalon, and what can be built, and a conflicted love life pining for his now dead wife while being with his mistress, Wow Platinum, played by Aubrey Plaza, and Cicero's daughter, Julia, played by Natalie Emmanuel, and some frustrating interactions with his uncle, who is the wealthy head of the banks, Hamilton Crassus III, played by Jon Voight. They are close, and Crassus likes Caesar, but he is in poor health and is easily swayed by input by his rather obnoxious son, Clodio Pulcher, played by Shia LaBeouf, and his now wife, Wow. Yes, Wow left Caesar for Crassus when he wouldn't stop pining for the past. And this is only a glimpse of all of the elements that come into play while Caesar just tries to accomplish his goal of creating his utopia. But it seems that the road to this will be unending. I feel if I try to go any more into the plot, I am just going to tease you, oh my faithful listeners, into something. Look, the idea of reimagining our society to reflect that of ancient Rome, well, timely, I will say that, and an interesting concept. But Coppola, in what could be and what have some have said is his final film, he managed to create something that is both overstuffed and underdeveloped at the same time. I mean, he has so many great ideas, but he's cramming them in that we only get little glimpses of each one. It's like, here's one idea, and before you can understand or grip it, here's another one. And some of the acting is just so over the top, it's almost cringeworthy. I mean, the usually enjoyable Plaza is wasted in a badly overacted take of the, I guess, appropriately named Wow. LaBeouf, once an engaging performer, and there have been things I liked him in. Here, he's just a spoiled brat who doesn't seem justified in any of the actions that he takes. And while there were a few moments of attempts at levity, I'm not sure if I should have been laughing at the film or if I was laughing at the film, if you know what I'm following here. A driver who carries the film tries to ground this, but at times it almost seems like he's bored as we go scene to scene with him and this kind of more lifeless performance that we get with him. And Emmanuel, it's hard to want to stay fully engaged with the film. Now, there's no doubt that Coppola is a visionary and he had big ideas that he wanted to present. Here's the question, though. Is it possible that this idea was around for so long that the vision got lost along the way? Ideas in a drive for this film that began in the 70s, I have to wonder, you know, should this have been abandoned? There are definitely elements of the film that feel a bit dated that, age poorly versus if this film had come out 20, 25 years ago. Some issues surrounding gender prowess, and again, it might have sat around too long. Now, visually, there were some interesting and stunning set pieces that provided nice eye candy, and the rather ostentatious wedding shower thrown for Crassus and Wow. The wedding was larger than life, but there were other scenes, the way they were captured, there were times when things were so overshadowed and dimmed that it was sometimes taking my eyes a while to adjust. You almost wonder if it crosses the boundary of, is this film so bad that it's good? I mean, there have been many films like that. Maybe you'll think that of this. For me, Megalopolis is just a two-star film. Also, it is a film that may require more than one viewing to capture everything. In fact, this might be that rare film that when I rewatch, my views may change, and I'm not alone. There are other critics who said, this is my rating now, and upon a rewatch or talk to me in 6 months, it could change. And maybe it could, for the better or the worse. Now, here's the piece of bad news. If you would like to see Megalopolis, I'm not sure how you can right now. For a while, it was available for digital rental, but it has vanished from all of the platforms. It's not available for rental or purchase anywhere. Amazon has canceled pre-sales of physical discs, so we just kind of have to see. I'm sure it will be re-released at some point, and I'll post about it on social media, but I just can't tell you now. But I didn't really feel that I could get through award season without discussing this one, because there was hope that this would be an Oscar contender, and it's a Razzie contender. All right. Well, there's going to be one more Razzie film to go. We are 76 films down with 21 film reviews and 21 days left to go. As always, if you like what you heard here, please click that subscribe button, like the video, share the video, spread the word, tell a friend, tell them to click it. Keep it going. You can follow me, Cinephile Mike, on all social media platforms and on Letterboxd. And again, find lots of great information on my website, cinephilemike.com, including my daily predictions videos as we get closer to the Oscars and lots of other great content, with some special non-award season related content I will be talking about soon. All right. I will see everyone tomorrow. And until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.